All right, so we are looking at ES. So we had the whole last week was traded up here and established a nice distribution. On Friday we tried to fill the gap, but we couldn't, and we found buyers. We closed right at the middle of the range, and then overnight now we just broke Friday's highs. So things that this tells us is that the sellers that attempted the gap fill were kind of weak. It was probably all end of month flows, which actually at the end of the day we also saw some sellers, but because we had, when we bounced from here, we got all the way to the top of the range, and then at the end of the day we saw some selling. So this is probably the end of month flows at the end of the day, and then we are back to where we were right before that. We just had some Amazon Nvidia news, which caused this little spike above yesterday's range, and now we're opening, or it looks like we're about to open inside Friday's value and inside the range. So we also have an unfinished poor structure above
Gold volume.
which we have a poor high, weak high, with overnight an overnight high that was not tested during RTH, and then we have an unfilled gap. So we have poor structure above and below. So because we have such a nicely established value area here on last week's, what I'm thinking is that whichever side gets cleaned up first, so if we tag the overnight high or if we fill the gap, both will provide opportunities, in my opinion, to come back into the middle of the range. Whichever happens first, I believe that it's going to be an opportunity to look for a fade into the middle. So we'll see if that happens or not, but that's what I'm looking for initially, especially if it happens early on the week. Now if I see that we break and we leave single prints and we don't test below the single prints, then my thesis will be invalidated until we come back into the range, right? So those are the things that we want to be looking for. How the break happens, when it happens, and how strong it is, right? Same thing to the downside. If we fill the gap and then start trading inside value for this session, then I'm looking for a move throughout value and then a test of value area low and the pending settlement from this session that was never tested. And now here we have another gap, and we still have the 20-day point of control down here, but I think it's gonna shift up here soon. But this is an area that we traded above and below for a while. So this was I think it was tested for a while and then accepted for a while, and then we broke pretty strongly to the upside. So I think if we come back into this area, then we could possibly see some strong buyers show up in here. As far as today, I'm looking at because we failed to look below this range, I'm looking for a continuation to the upper part of the range. So looking at yesterday's high, if we hold that, then look for this high and then look for a value area sweep on this session right here. So I'm going to take it level to level, right? Because we can see you can have sellers at Thursday's highs. You can have sellers at value area low from Wednesday. So I don't think it's gonna be an easy move up, but those are the areas that I'm looking for. If this holds, like if 10 scenarios, right? If the Friday's high hold, then keep looking for longs until we test the high from Thursday, which is very close to value area high from Wednesday, and then accepting above that, then I'm gonna be looking for a move to the highs of the range. We have some targets above, but for today I'm not looking for much more than this highs, because the expected move is not even pricing a move to the highs. It's pricing like a 20 something point move, I think. Let me double check. That's what it was earlier. Oh, so now it went up a little. Now it says 30 points, but either way, 30 points from here is this high volume node right here, 69.25. I'm sorry. So, and then below 30 points is value area low from Friday. So these are the ranges that we're looking for, and then if we break above and below, then we can look for an extension and an expansion of the expected move. But so far, the market is pricing staying in this area. We do have a couple of reports, I think, today. We have 9:45 PMI, and then at 10 a.m. ISM manufacturing PMI. Then we have some Fed speaking at noon, so keep an eye on those. NQ pretty similar structure, except that never really got below the previous week's low to fill the gap. I'm sorry, never got below Monday's low to attempt to fill the gap. So we still have a large gap below. Crude hit that 20-day point of control that I've been mentioning, and now it's coming back again. See how it's having trouble holding above this low volume area, but it keeps coming back down into this consolidation. So let's see what happens. Watch it. This is trading right at that low volume area, so it keeps going back above and below. So it's trying to move value higher from here into this area right here. And gold keeps holding that 40.60. Now we have the 20-day point of control, the yearly VWAP, the monthly VWAP, everything is down here, the 40.26 area. So it's trying to turn, right? Because we had a pretty big move down, right, from the 4,500s, 4,400s. But now, after getting in testing below the 4,000s, it's holding here. So I'm thinking that watching this 40.60 area is key, right? If we trade above that, then we're gonna see 40.90, and then some resistance at 41.10, and then the target on the upside is gonna be 41.30 if we break above this area right here. And this area right here, the 3,900, we tested it once, but then every time we attempted to retest it again, we keep making higher lows. So that to me it's an indication that this is trying to turn. We'll see if we make another test to this area, but if we do, then I'm thinking that this is a buy area, buy zone, somewhere between the 3,900s, 3,930s. So let's see what happens with that. All right, I think that's about it for today. Right. Good luck.